Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Doctors. My name is Griffin, and I'm joined with my co host, Edward.
Hey guys, what's up?
Today, we have a very special guest with us. We have Brevon from Brevon's Flicks and Games. He's a friend of mine and Edward's that we've known for the past few years. And today, he's going to help us review the Prey movie.
A big thank you to Edward and Griffin for having me on their channel Nerd Doctors to talk about Prey. Now, when it comes to the Predator franchise, the original film, I love it. Predator 2, I have something of a soft spot for it. Alien vs. Predator, I have some sort of a guilty pleasure thing for it, so to speak. Alien vs. Predator Requiem, I think it's a piece of shit. Predators, I only seen it once and I thought it was not really good, and The Predator was just unforgivably bad. So when it comes to Prey, my expectations at first were pretty low because outside of the original film, like I said, most of the films that I've watched have been decent to just mostly crap. So I didn't really have much expectations for Prey until the reviews were published saying that this was the best film since the original film. I am very happy to say that I honestly think that Prey is definitely the best Predator film since the '87 classic.
Yeah, no, this movie was surprisingly good. I went in with very low expectations as well. I have never seen a Predator movie, and this is my first experience with it, but they've never really seemed like my sort of film. I'm not into big action movies without any story or substance to them, but this one was, it beat my expectations. It wasn't perfect, but it was good.
Dude, so yeah, who had any expectations for this movie right after the last three movies sucked? And let's not forget that they crossed over with aliens and completely screwed up all that lore and canon. But great movie, man. Great movie. I saw it first, I think. I told Griff about it, and he was like, "I'll watch it later." But I really, really enjoyed it. There's some very intense scenes in there. I'm a big fan of the first one. Second one was good, not as good as the first. The rest were just, as Brevon said, just dog shit after that. This one is a very welcome surprise, especially because it's from Hulu.
Yeah, no, that was one big thing that was surprising. I think I mentioned it in our trailer video, which is a pretty big milestone for us. It's the first movie we're reviewing we already did a trailer for, which is pretty great feeling. But I remember saying that it's a Hulu original. Those don't tend to be good.
I got to be honest with you. I'm right there with Griffin. I remember when the movie was announced, there was just one very vague poster, and he was like, "Oh, it's by Hulu," and we were all like, "Oh shit." Well, never mind. Well, Hulu, I owe you an apology because what a great fucking movie that was.
What makes me appreciate this film is that they try to do something different with the franchise. Instead of just having it be like another sequel to like The Predator, they decided to make a prequel, which I think is very fitting for the franchise because it makes things more interesting to see what predators were doing in various time periods. Having this be set in the 1700s, I thought was a very interesting concept. What I also like about it is that the action scenes are exciting, it's suspenseful, it's scary, and that's something that none of the sequels have really, like, the most of the action scenes in the sequels were not mind-blowing. Most of the time they weren't suspenseful, they weren't scary, but this film checks all the things in those boxes, and I'm just like, thank you. This is what I desperately needed for a Predator film. The direction is slick. It's beautifully shot. Amber Midthunder as Naro, I think, is really, really good in this film. She's the best character in the franchise, I think, since Arnold's Dutch in the original movie. And I like her underdog story because she wants to be as good of a hunter as her brother, but she is mostly just seen as this like weak character. And given how she like handles the predator in this film, I really like what they decided to do with her character, and you really root for her throughout the film. And I like the underdog story that they chose to go with for her character. I like the music, even though it's not as epic as Alan Silvestri's in the original film.
Yeah, no, I think the action sequences and suspense, like you said, were very great. I think it was a little bit slow in the beginning, though. It was a little bit slow, starting. Then it really started to pick up, which was nice. But the action sequences were great. The way they used the cinematography was great. The location was gorgeous, as you said, and the way that they portrayed the predator and showing things in their mentality was very interesting to watch. And as you said, have her being the underdog and how the predator prioritized her later on his list because of that. Nice to see her use that to her advantage, and it was really cool to watch. I really enjoyed that.
I agree with both of you guys. I think yeah, at the beginning it was a little bit slow, but once it started to pick up, and they could have gone the easy route. They could have gone the big macho hunter dude. Instead, they went completely the other way. They went small, female. I want to be a hunter, but my brother and his friends being dicks and they won't let me. And then ultimately, she ends up being the hero of the movie. Because in the first one, it's big ass Arnold, and you're like, well, yeah, I mean, you could kind of tell that he'd go up against a predator. But here, they flipped it on us, and I really like the twist. And I got a new crush. The girl that plays the protagonist in this movie, she's phenomenal. And I thought she was. I remember when we saw the trailer, I mentioned to Griff, I was like, man, she's gorgeous. I saw the red carpet of it. I was like, holy shit! I sold it short. But the movie's really enjoyable, man. The bear scene. That's all I'll say.
I don't really have much complaints. I really enjoyed Prey.
Yeah, another thing I didn't like I said, this isn't necessarily my genre, so I didn't like it as much as these two guys did. But the ending, without going to any spoilers, the ending was so stupid. That should not have happened by any stretch of the imagination.
I'll defend that just by saying this really quick. If you watch the first one and two, and then you see all the rest, and then you circle back to this one, you'll forgive it. And I agree with you, but you'll forgive this movie for that one mistake, just knowing how much better it is than all the other shit that came before. You'll go back and say, oh, nah, it's okay. It's not that bad. That's the way I saw it, and I was like, that's stupid as hell, but compared to the others, this is fucking fantastic.
Okay, that's fair.
So those are my thoughts on it. Again, Griff, as always, it's a pleasure, man. Brevon, thank you so much for joining us, dude. Brevon's Flicks and Games.
I want to give a big thank you to Edward and Griffin for having me on their channel to talk about this film. I'm very happy to share my thoughts on this film with you guys and for your audience. And guys, thank you so much as always for watching, and I'm looking forward to doing more videos really soon, either on the Nerd Doctor channel or my channel, Brevon's Flicks and Games.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining. Thank you again, Brevon, and we'll see you guys next time. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our current videos. See you guys next time. Thank you.